Hey, everybody, and welcome to a special episode of Watching Now, where we're going to be discussing part 1 of season 2 of Wednesday, the series on Netflix. My name is Michelle. You've seen me before. You love me. You might not, but you're going to anyway. I will be hosting today, and with me, I have the ever-eloquent and stoic Stephanie. How are we doing,
Hello.
Stephanie?
Oh my god. Thank you for having me too, first of all, for this. I am such a Tim Burton nerd, so I'm ready.
I love that you immediately brought up Tim Burton. That's the best part about it. It's Tim
It
Burton at
is.
Tim Burton's finest, I think.
Oh, I miss him. I miss his it's nice to see him doing things. I know Beetlejuice didn't do all that well for the second one,
Mm-mm.
but creatively I was like, this is awesome to have him
Tim
back. And
Burton-y,
then
it's like, this is Tim Burton.
yes. And even though we had to wait 3 years for season 2,
Yeah,
it's it's
it was a
time.
long wait. So I do want to make it clear to everybody moving forward that there will be spoilers for all of Wednesday that has been released so far, including season 1 and the first part of season 2. So if you want to watch it without knowing anything, which I do highly recommend, it will become increasingly difficult as time moves on through this episode. Otherwise, we're going to morbidly continue. So, to get us started for season 2, Wednesday Addams returns to Nevermore Academy, now hailed as a reluctant local celebrity for her monster-solving heroics from season 1. The piece doesn't last, however, as she quickly becomes the center of a new, darker, supernatural mystery. So we have our first part that came out at the end of August, and we have a second part coming out that we are not here yet. So what did you think of the first part of season 2?
Oh man, I think season 1, it was so dark
Yeah.
and I think I don't know how to phrase it, but I feel like season 2 has kind of been Disneyfied
Oh,
almost.
okay. Yeah, I see that.
It's not terrible, but it's not a bad thing, but it's different. It's become more niche. It's not that it wasn't
Totally.
before, because it's the Addams Family and that's been around for eons. Um, but I've liked it. I think there's a lot going on. I think it's been hard for me to cement myself to really care about certain things, because there was a lot of
Mm,
storylines that developed in the first season that just kind of got left behind. And
so far.
then so far. So, but then there's also been the incorporation that I've liked of the family.
Yeah.
And getting to know, I mean, even though we already know Morticia and but Pugsley, he's always been the kind of one that's always been on the outskirts and always just been Wednesday. So it's nice to have him a little bit more front and center. It's been
Yeah,
interesting.
when I was doing some research for this episode, for our episode, I was seeing that there was some animosity online about the fact that, well, Morticia's more involved and Pugsley is more involved, and they're like, well, we're watching a show about Wednesday. It should be about Wednesday. I'm like, no, it's the Addams Family. I mean, yeah, sure, it's called Wednesday, but
Exactly.
it's about the entire family. We know this going in.
What do you expect? You can't have Wednesday and not have Morticia. Those two are
Listen, can we talk real quick about Morticia? Because I personally think Catherine Zeta-Jones is knocking it out of the park.
she's phenomenal, and I wanna know her skincare routine, because something happened in season 2, and something shifted, and at first I was like, "Ooh, did they fix this in post?" But I'm like, "No, what did she have done?" I was like, "Can I get that little glow up?"
Yeah, man, she is nailing it, I think. She is the perfect amount of just dark and mysterious, but eccentric and powerful, and I was just like, "Oh, she's nailing it." So
And she
for
had big shoes to fill, I felt like, with, the original
same.
movies and then
Yes.
the original show. So for her, yeah, she's definitely nailed it. And I loved the first season too, of seeing her younger. So to kind of see her and understand her a little bit more now, and as a
Yeah.
mother, and and how she operates and cares for her family and kids, it's I love
That's
her.
the
I
depth
love
that I'm
Catherine
enjoying
too.
about it, because yeah, like you mentioned, like the first movies of Addams Family, like that Morticia, ugh, perfect. Um, but I'm enjoying the elaboration of Morticia and her as a
Mhm.
mom role. Like, she's at school with her kids at school. I think that's really cool. Then
She's
again,
kind of
okay,
forced to be there.
let me
Like
clarify. I grew up with a school teacher as a mother, so maybe I'm biased because I'm like, "Look, I think it's pretty cool. My mom's here." So
aw.
I think it's cool that Morticia's at school with Wednesday, but Wednesday's like, hell
Nah.
no. Hell to the no. I don't even
What are
want
you
my
doing here?
brother here."
She tolerates thing, like, that's about as much
That's and
as she can
tolerates is a
handle.
good word for it because she barely does that.
Which how can you hate thing? I'm sorry, that
I
he's
adore Thing,
fabulous.
and especially in the Wednesday series, I think he's just they do it so well.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Well, since we went ahead and started on the mother-daughter conversation, they are explaining the animosity a little bit between mother and daughter
Mhm.
is what happened between sister and sister. So, what do you think of that storyline? Is it intriguing to you?
I think it's intriguing. I think, I mean, it's something that I feel like has been done a million times before,
Right.
but it's an interesting tactic because I'm not familiar with the show, but when I was Googling, like, more info about Ophelia and who Ophelia
Mm,
was, and I was like, "Oh, okay, she's, like, the bright, cheery, stylistically version of Morticia." So I
Morticia,
was like,
yeah.
"That's you know, like, they're opposites," which that's not necessarily Wednesday and her mom, but, I don't know, and I don't know if that's the same route that they're gonna go with this, but it is interesting,
Yeah,
um, and I kind of wish they gave us a little bit more in part 1, just to kinda set it up or even just I mean, I hate flashbacks sometimes, but even just, like, something to go back to, "Hey, this is this person, then this is who we're talking about." Because I knew nothing, so I was like, "Who are they talking about?"
that's a good
Like
point. They could have left some breadcrumbs in season 1 with Ophelia a little bit, or with this storyline that they're going through. They definitely could have done that.
Mhm.
I'm enjoying
Which
it
maybe
because
they
of
did?
yeah, they might have mentioned her, and I did not rewatch season 1 like the, responsible podcast host I am, so they could have, but, I'm enjoying it because it's similar to what we just said of, like, we're seeing they're elaborating on Morticia, and they're elaborating on the
Mhm.
Addams Family, so, like, you always hear as when you're a little kid, you always hear, "You're just like your grandmother," or, "You're just like your great aunt," and it's like, they're just putting some real world scenarios on into Wednesday, and I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, I like that, and I like that there is that sort of tension because maybe Wednesday will like her aunt more, or maybe her
Right.
aunt is a total wackadoo, you know, like, don't wanna be associated with her,
Or maybe her
like
aunt will be the one that comes in and says, "Listen, you gotta get your shit together because this is what happened to me,
exact
and that can't happen to
yeah.
you." And so we did go ahead and mention Pugsley, who is now at
Mhm.
Nevermore and stirring up all the listen, Pugsley is all boy. I can say that. I have 2 boys who
Yes.
are very much all boy. No,
Yes.
only mayhem follows Pugsley, that's all I wanna say. He's a little goofy, I think. I think he's a little goofy.
He is. He really is. And,
But
oh my gosh.
are you enjoying the Slurp storyline? So for
First of all,
reference, Slurp is a zombie
it
pet.
is such yes, he that character, first of all, every time like, I think, you know, I've watched zombie stuff, so it's like, I know how that goes, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Alrighty," like, was not expecting a zombie, I was expecting him to wake up and be like, "Oh, thanks," you know, like
Right, let's go conquer the world. Cool. No.
but it's I don't know what to think of it because there's still, like there's a lot of unanswered questions, and thoughts that I have because it's interesting, and I love that he's kind of like a sibling to Pugsley or, like, I don't even
Yeah.
know what he would be, like, he's taking care of
He's
Slurp.
literally his
He
zombie pet.
yeah, like, it's the weirdest dynamic, and the fact that that's who he bonded with at school. Like, he kind of is friends with somebody, but they're just tolerating him, so he's
Yeah.
just kind of like a floater. Um,
Yeah, his
yeah,
roommate, he,
it's
like, has to, like, deal with him,
yeah, which is kind of funny to see him in, like, the antagonizing role after season 1, like,
especially after
he
season
was the
1.
lovable nerd, and now he's the lovable nerd with, like, a grudge, which, having your guts ripped out and, like, having to cope with that, I get it. It gives you a little edge, you
Yeah,
know?
I think so. Puts you a little on edge a little bit. I don't know, the slurp thing
Oh.
is a little strange. Um, the only scene that did anything for me with him had nothing to do with him. So, it was the
Mm.
one where they were sitting around the campfire singing the CCR rendition of Bad Moon Rising, which has been on my playlist over and over and over on repeat. I actually absolutely love it. It is right down my
That
style
was
of
a good
soundtrack.
rendition. I forgot about that.
Oh, I
Oh
looked it
my
up
god.
immediately. I was like, "I'm play." I had to have it. I love it. And it's Catherine Zeta-Jones singing the lower part too. I love it.
Mhm. Oh, I love her singing voice. Yeah, that I totally forgot about that scene. Yeah, because I was so focused on, like, the other stuff of, like, him just causing all the problems, which at some point I was like, "Okay, I'm kinda done with this, like, whole zombie thing," and at first it was, like, kinda funny. Um,
Right, it was kinda cute
yeah, until it wasn't.
until it's not anymore. And I'm not gonna lie, the animation looks a little goofy. It's very
Mhm.
Tom Burton-esque, but I feel like it's less Tom Burton-y and more computer graphic-y. And
Yeah,
if
it's
you know what I mean, because like Tim Burton, sorry, is gonna have, like, the rough edges and the kinda rough
mhm.
stature to everything, and he's very cartoony.
Yeah, he is kind of and he's kind of almost because Tim Burton is always weird because it's like whenever he does do live action,
Mhm.
and it's still like he has to put in that little twist to, like, kind of give it what his animation has, right?
Yes.
Like you're talking about. So, yeah, I do kind of like the cartoony because, like, when he first, um, came up out of the ground, it brought me back to, like, The Corpse Bride and just kind
Hocus
of
Pocus.
what or, like, original Beetlejuice, like, like, with the colors and just everything and, like, the whole hole in the brain or in the skull, and you can see where the brain is, like,
Yeah.
when he starts to get I kind of like that version more than when he's, like, reanimating and gaining I don't know, coming back to life.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it because it's such a weird process, but he's
Well,
becoming human again.
the other animation style that, like, is kinda throwing me off is Christopher Lloyd's head rolling around in, like, a terrarium. Like, what's going on with
Yes.
that?
He was an unexpected casting that maybe I had known about, like, when they first announced the new season 2 cast, um, but then to see him just rolling around in a tank, like and
It's
you're
just
like,
his
"Oh,
head.
okay." I think if the animation would have looked a little bit more realistic and not so visual effectsy, I think I would have
Yeah,
liked it a little bit more. He's doing a great job performance-wise, don't get me wrong. It's
totally.
just visually, anytime he's in a scene, it kind of takes me out a little bit,
Absolutely.
just a hair.
Yeah, it's always one of those if he's in a scene, it's like, "Why?"
Mhm.
Sometimes. I was like, "Well,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know."
literally just like a point B, point C character.
Pretty much.
Like
Yeah. So we do have another new character is the new principal because Principal Weems went bye-bye
Yes.
last season. We have Steve Buscemi who's playing Mr. Barry Dort, I think is how you say his name. He's quite the interesting character, a little bit intriguing. What do you think his end game is?
Mm. Well,
Without making
that's
it obvious
oh.
because he's clearly after Wednesday, but, like, why?
I hmm. Oh my gosh, because he's one of those, like, I love Steve Buscemi, but I hate this character so far.
I hate this character.
S and with the show, like, I kind of have, like, PTSD because 'cause I'm like, "Who do I trust?" Like, so it's like, I feel like you can't trust him, obviously, and, everyone it like, season 1, like, it always kinda went back to, um, Morticia and Gomez when they were younger and things that they had done.
Right.
So, he seems kind of like he could be the same age as them, so maybe he was a fellow student, maybe they wronged him
I'm
somehow.
curious if it's not an Uncle Fester and Steve Buscemi thing because they
That could
seem
be
to be
too.
very similar ages.
Mhm. My thing too is I don't know what his po like, I know he can shoot fire or control fire, but I don't know if he's like a phoenix or something like that, like,
Yeah, I don't know
I don't
because
know.
I feel like he has his hands in a lot of different pots, with
Mhm.
him trying to get Morticia's mother so hard involved, and he's trying so hard to get Bianca, I'm trying to find her name, I already forget it. Bianca, the Joy Sunday
Oh,
character,
yes.
Bianca Barkley, the
Ye
siren.
the siren, yeah.
He's being such a poor influence on her and, like, forcing her to use her powers in ways that she doesn't really want to, after
Mhm.
she had such a good character arc in season 1, so I'm really hoping that the character arc from season 1 kinda pays off in season 2, and she's able to kinda, like,
Yeah.
stand up to him a little bit, but I'm just I
Or
don't
maybe her
know.
mom, like, will
Yeah.
stand up for her, like,
Oh, well, they just
yeah,
found her mom.
yeah. I well, and you brought up a good point too, because like, in season 1, that was Wednesday's deal, like, she was kind of, you know, being used, and Tyler was being
Oh,
used for
yeah.
his ability, so it's like, why do people need to be users
Yeah, yeah.
in this storyline? So he's a major user, but it's hard to pinpoint because haven't really been given much about him, but there's clearly something going on in that head of his.
Right,
Some
and
frustration.
Christina Ricci's character, Marilyn Thornhill, obviously makes a comeback
Yes.
in season 2.
Yes.
Um, I think she's gonna be less impactful this season. What do you think?
Sh Yeah, she had her moment, and I think,
Exactly.
eh, like, uh, coming into it, I was like, "Oh, okay," like, it was nice to see her again because I love Christina Ricci, and,
Mhm.
but I was just kind of like, "Why is she here?" Like,
Even when they figured out, like, why she's here, it's still like, "Okay, but why is she here?"
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
like, do we really need her? Or, like, yeah, there was just so many, like, I feel like having her there too, it was kind of like, "Ah, this is clearly gonna happen." Like, so, it really wasn't that much of a shocker, I
Right.
guess, but it just didn't make sense. Um, and they introduced a lot of new
A
characters.
lot.
Um, I my thought is, so you have what is her name? Agnes, the redhead with the braids.
Oh, the creepy one, the
The
stalker.
creep the stalker. Like, she's interesting. First of all, side note, I her eyes are so big, and I've looked at pictures of her, and she does have big eyes, but I'm like, "Did Tim Burton do something to her eyes and, like, post to make them
Okay.
even bigger?" Because every time she's on screen, it's like, "Ah."
She has huge eyes. I have not looked at pictures.
They're beautiful
Um,
eyes. It's
Beautiful, they're just very large.
but you have her, and then another person that I don't trust, who's a new teacher, the music teacher,
Yeah.
Isadora. So I'm like, and then Christina Ricci's character, Mary, had red hair, so I'm like, "Can we not trust redheads on this show?"
Apparently not.
Like,
Apparently not.
I love Enid, and it's hard to see her, like,
I feel like
on
you
the
are Enid.
fringe, and I know it's just plot, it's a plot device, but it's annoying, like, I'm like, "Wednesday, just stay with your friend."
It is
I
it
know you're
so
trying to protect her, but
Wednesday being so Wednesday is kind of annoying after a while. Like,
mhm.
you've already adjusted to being a friend to her, you can't go back on it now. Um, and then they got rid of major spoilers, they got rid of a major character from season 1,
Mm, mhm.
being Tyler's dad. That was a big reveal,
That
actually,
was
I
a
think.
shocker. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that to happen so soon. I figured it might happen, but, not in the first episode.
I thought it would be a little more exciting. It was a little anticlimactic,
It was kind of like, "Oh, it happened. Oh, should I feel
especially with
sorry
the
for this
way that he
character?"
was so involved and such a pain in the butt in season 1, and then he's just gonna kinda disappear like that.
Yeah, it was weird. I would have liked more, like, at least until the 3rd episode
Yeah,
or the 4th episode, like, have him in it throughout, but not have him die as another plot device for Tyler, like,
there are a lot of plot
it's just
devices for
are we
Tyler.
just randomly killing people and, just for the plot?
Do it for the gram? I don't know.
Do it for the gram?
Do it for the plot? I don't know, but we also know that Principal Weems is gonna be coming back for part
Yes!
2. I only
Yes.
see 1 extra episode.
I mean, I'd be good just to have her just on my screen for 1 episode
Wonder what
at the
I
least.
wonder if it's gonna be like an alumni banquet or something.
Oh, I think she's,
Like Dead?
like, her new, spirit guide,
Oh, shit, you're right. I forgot.
I
I'm gonna
think.
cut that probably because I forgot completely. That's probably not gonna be here. You're right, so it can't okay, but you know what? I had my brain was moving with that alumni banquet.
Oh, yeah, well, there's a lot that's gonna happen in part 2 that yeah.
There are a lot of plot holes that kinda need wrapped up,
Mhm,
even from
mhm,
season 1, and then they opened
mhm.
more in season 2. Well, the first
Yeah,
part.
they've just kinda thrown stuff at us, and they're like, "Here, here, 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 here.
See what sticks.
Ophelia? Remember Ophelia. Remember, and the biggest one for me is when they announced season 2 and they announced Lady Gaga was gonna be
Ugh.
making an appearance, and I was like, "Where is she?" And I'm like, "Who is she?" And then, you've got, Isadora who can sing, and I'm like, "Ah, Lady Gaga, maybe?" Like, maybe it's a fake out. And I was like or you see, which I don't know if we wanna go into part 2, but, like, in the sneak peek, you see,
Sure.
Slurp digging up a grave or burying someone, but she could be that, like,
Yeah,
connected to Slurp somehow and his past.
you make
Yeah,
a
there's
good
too many
point,
different things.
because I just went off about how much I loved that song, and if Lady Gaga's in here and Catherine Zeta-Jones decides to start singing, I am not
Because she
gonna be
does
mad.
apparently she is gonna sing, and the Willow Hill, I think, is gonna be the big storyline of the season, I think. I don't know, because Slurp knows, the guy who, started it, so
Yeah, and Wednesday having to crawl through the flaming pyre was, actually
Hey,
kind of intense.
I knew she was thinking nothing bad was gonna happen to her, but I was like, "Please get out of there."
Well, it took Enid so long to get help. It's like, it should not have taken you that long to go interrupt the ceremony.
Right? And the oh my god, and whoever built that, like, why did you build it that way? Like, to make it hard for Wednesday? Like, how
First
dare
of all,
you?
whoever built that is insane.
And who put the note in there? Like, that's the other thing, she's got 2 stalkers.
2 stalkers, yeah, technically we figured out the 1, but
Ophelia, there's
Ophelia's
too many
another one.
things.
Who the visions that Wednesday is having,
Mhm, mhm,
well, right now she doesn't have her power, but, she envisioned Enid's death, so now she's all kinda panicky about that, which, of course, is gonna probably be a trope of somebody's gonna make her fall for the wrong thing, and something
mhm.
terrible is gonna happen.
Well, now that Tyler's out and he's killed his, uh, mother, Christina Ricci's character, Mary,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what that means for him, and I forget what his, uh, power is, his,
He's the,
ability. I
it's
f
his the Hyde, Jekyll and
The
Hyde.
hide.
It's the Hyde.
Thank you. Yes, the hide. Um, yeah, so I think now that his, contact with his creator and stuff has been severed. Like, I don't know if he permanently stays in the hide form or,
Mm.
or if he comes in and out of it, but I know it sounded like it was a very negative thing because she was like, "He can't kill me." Like, "He would never kill me."
Well, and it's very much Hulk-like, right? Like, the Jekyll and Hyde, which is
Mhm.
why it's called that, and so I'm curious if he's able to find a way to settle himself down and excuse me, come back to his human self. But yeah, when she's like, "Oh, he can't kill me. He shouldn't do that." And then, girl, bye, immediately dead.
Lo and behold. Oh my god.
But I'm enjoying it. I like it. It's well, you know what you're getting when you get into Wednesday. You know,
Mhm.
you're there for the macabre. You're there for the gross. I would
Yes.
do wish they didn't make the Addams Family so gross. And I know they've always been kind of just like weird. And
Mhm.
that's the point is that they're weird, but, like, eating toenails and, like, eating gross crap like that, like, you could
Yeah.
be weird, but you could also be kinda normal. Stop eating
It's like
toenails.
Pugsley in season 1 is like, I remember they went to therapy and he was eating potpourri. Like, he just took potpourri and was just eating it. So it's like, it's funny to see for a little bit when you go down that other route, it's like, "Do we have to?"
Right.
Like
It's weird, like, your human body still needs nutrition and nourishment to live. Can we
Yeah, I don't
can we
think
eat
spider bread
something
is gonna
normal?
be very, or whatever it was that they were serving in
No.
season 2. Yeah,
It's like
it's
Hagrid's rock
gross.
cakes, you're just not gonna eat eat them.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been weird. I think, going back to, like, Willow Hill, speaking of weird,
Mhm.
like, everything that was going on there with, Dr. Fairburn, I think her name was,
Yes.
uh, and and getting to see Fester, speaking of weird, that man is
Listen, I loved his episode. His distraction,
it was so great.
it's beautiful. I loved it.
I just love the shot of him sitting in the bathtub with, like, rubber duckies. Like, I was expecting, like, her to open the door and there was, like, a hair dryer or, like, some sort of, like, electric thing, kind of like what
A
happened in
toaster.
the second Addams Family movie, like, and he's got the light bulb, like
Nope.
but just seeing Fester off the rails, and he's like, "Oh, I love being here, this is my happy place." He's like, "Ah, do it again, like, turn the charge up. This is great." Like, there's
Uh,
something seriously wrong with the family,
yes, very
and
much
Gomez
yes.
seems to be the normal one, but,
Unfortunately,
you know, unfortunately, and he doesn't have the electricity powers, so,
he does not.
it's
Does he have? I wonder if he has any powers. I don't think he does.
no, I think he's just a spooky man.
Listen, I
Very
need me one of
macabre and
them.
oh, man.
And I loved you brought up Dr. Fairburn. I love that Heather Matarazzo was in this,
Yes.
as the assistant and the kind of the crazy assistant.
Yes, and the daughter to, Augustus, who is, also a page
Yes, that was such a good, like, turn.
Because I knew it was, like, somebody, like, that was controlling the ravens, but I was like, "Who?" Like,
Right,
and I wasn't expecting to get that answer so soon. So I don't know if that's, like, a red herring, for a bigger
probably.
involvement, and maybe
I feel like her and, Principal Dort may be working together
maybe, yeah.
because 'cause
Yeah,
they're
there's
just
definitely and I
off to
don't know
the
if
side
she's
enough.
connected to that other stalker, like, they both wear
Mm.
hooded capes. It's just
I
one's
wonder if
red
she
and
is the
one's
stalker.
maybe.
I don't know.
It's Thing. He's he's had enough.
And Enid is helping him write the notes.
Exactly, like, it's just one giant prank.
I wouldn't be mad. Be like, "Go on, thing. Get your stuff."
'Cause that's my brain, I'm like, I always go big on, like, theories, but I'm like, "Just watch, it's just some simple
Oh,
little,
yeah.
like."
What did you is there anything specific you wanted to bring up that I have not yet?
I think for me, my biggest thing has been, um I mean, I kind of talked about it a little bit, but the whole Ophelia thing and, Isadora, um, for those 2, I've gone back and forth in my mind, and I'm curious to see what you think because, in like, they mentioned Ophelia, they mentioned how she had kind of, I think, been a patient at,
Mhm.
the asylum, and then they didn't know what happened to her, so it's like, I assume this woman that Wednesday and Fester, like, fixated on, we didn't really hear her talk. She's played by, Frances O'Connor, um,
Yeah.
but I'm assuming that's Ophelia, but maybe it's not. Maybe that's just, to fake us out, and maybe Ophelia's somebody
Mm.
else, maybe like, I've been kind of, like, back and forth on, like, because I don't trust Isadora, so I don't know, because she does I don't know if that's really her,
Oh,
or is
interesting.
she
You know
somebody
what?
else?
You make a really good point because if Isadora could be this, Ophelia, and that could have been an Easter egg with the song, with them singing together around the
'Cause
fire
that's where
pit.
my mind has been, like, is she's just already been out, and this other woman is just
Hmm.
fake Ophelia, or, like, I don't know, but maybe that's just me going off the rails, but
No, well, no. Yes, but no. Um, no, I don't know. The Isadora's character, I don't really like her. I feel like she's kinda just extra
Mhm.
baggage. I'm not really sure why she's around yet. And every
Yeah.
time that she's in a scene, I'm like, "Oh, shit, that's right. I forget about that character."
Yeah,
Um,
I'm trying to find her purpose. That's been
yeah.
my main confusion, is, like, what's the point? She's a new teacher. We didn't really show a music program, I don't well, like, maybe we kinda did a little bit last
They're
season,
trying to bring it up, but
but I don't remember, like, an instructor, so it's just a little weird, like, and she's very random, and maybe she's come with Dort,
yeah, Dort,
Buscemi's character.
Principal Dort, yeah.
So, maybe they're working
Maybe.
together, I don't know, but there's just something very random about her, so she's my biggest, I think, um,
Question
between
mark.
her and Ophelia. Yeah, um, and Slurp. I
Yeah.
it's just I need to know more. I need a name other than Slurp to call this man.
Yeah. I need him to do something other than
Because
eat brains.
yes, that too, and he talked. He said his first
He
words.
did. Round of
Yeah,
applause, yes. Yay.
he said his first words,
He did.
and I'm trying to find them,
I
but,
don't remember either.
I had it here. But yeah, oh man, it was like, "Oh, hello," or something, or
I think Slurp is a miss for me as well. I love that he is there to give Pugsley kind of a raisin death ra let me try that again. Sorry, hold on. I
no,
can't.
you're good.
That was so stupid. A raison d'etre. I was trying to be all French and sophisticated. Um, you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
I don't think it gives Pugsley a good, like, reason to be I'm not even gonna try to be fancy, reason to be, but I'm not sure yeah, just why, like, I don't know. Slurp isn't doing it for me.
Mhm.
Like, "Why are you here? What are you
No.
doing?"
The whole brain eating thing, like, when he was fine, like, I don't wanna say cute, but, like, when he was the pet in the corner, like, not that okay, I don't approve of this
Correct.
treatment,
Shackled on a shed, yes.
but if he's shackled and, they're, like, feeding him really weird, bad lunch food,
Yeah.
that's very suspicious. Yeah, it's
It's weird, like, just I don't know. I don't
like, I don't get it. So then when he's attacking people, I'm like, "No." Like,
sit down.
why would you why like, it's funny to see him, like, be pulled away when they captured him, and he's got, like, the whole Hannibal thing going on, and you're like, "Yeah, like, that's gonna do any good?" Like, and you just have him in a straitjacket just, like, attached to a wall, like, yeah, that's gonna do wonders. Like, in a room with somebody else, like, yeah, that's gonna do wonders.
Right. Like, what are you
I mean,
expecting to
Fester
happen?
loved it, but, you know.
I don't know. I don't know. That one's not doing it for me. And,
So I need more for him. Like, I agree, because I need him to talk more. I need, there's clearly a story. We'll get there. I think having it segmented too has been hard because I have so many thoughts of like what this character is.
yeah.
However, I do like his backstory being animated out and you kind of understand it from a myth standpoint to then see it
Yeah.
as it's actually true. Yeah, it's annoying. I don't like zombies.
Yeah, I'm not a big zombie fan. I'm not a zombie person, I'm not really a vampire person, so, like, the zombie trope gets old for me.
Mhm.
I'm just really looking forward to the Morticia Wednesday dynamic more. I
Mhm.
also want to see more of Gomez with Wednesday. I really
Yes.
enjoy Gomez, and he is actually a sensible, somewhat type of Adams.
He
Um,
is.
and so I just want to see Wednesday grow with Gomez as well.
Mhm. And maybe even, like, appreciate her her mom more, like, I think it was nice
Totally.
starting off this like, I loved actually how they started off this season with Wednesday's, um, excursion,
Mhm.
um,
Oh,
to
loved it.
to catch the
Stuff's great.
scalper, like, that whole thing was great, but just her and her mom's dynamic of always just being so far from each other, um and she's just distant in general, and that's
Emotionally.
always kind of how
Mhm.
she's been. So and it's interesting too, like, speaking of, to see her with her grandmama, like, and
Right.
how different she is. Like, that's something too with the Morticia scenario that I wanna see more of because they're all like, she's kind of a combination of the 2 of them,
So far.
and Morticia and her mom are not at all I feel like cut from the same cloth.
Mm-mm.
So, they, to me, like, have the same relationship as Morticia and Wednesday. Um, uh, Same
Yeah.
animosity, same, um
Misunderstanding of each other.
mhm.
Yeah, I see that. Um, the actress, and I had it up, but I forget, the actress who played Grandmama, uh,
Yes, I
was
love
great.
her.
I
I
loved
love her
her.
so much. I love her. She's one of those when I saw she was cast, I'm like, "You're perfect for this,"
She totally is.
because she's always been the villain in my childhood movies that I've watched, so I'm always just kind of like it's nice to see her in in this role.
Right.
And I feel like she's been gone for so long, so it's chef's kiss. Perfect.
Yeah,
Joanna Lumley,
that's who
badass.
it is. That's what I just thought so. Joanna Lumley. Yeah, Grandmama Hester Frump. That's her full
Yes.
name. Hester
The
Frump.
Frumps. I guess I wanna know more about the Frumps. I don't know much about the Frumps.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because in the first season, we learned also about, Wednesday's, uh, great grandma or whoever it was, the white blonde or not blonde, gray-haired
Oh,
Jenna
yeah. Yeah.
character. I don't remember if she see, this is my brain. I don't remember names, I'm sorry. If you know the name, you can let us
Yell
know,
it at the screen.
but it is interesting. We go through the whole family tree, like so
Yeah.
maybe there's more characters that we have not even fathomed yet that are part of the family tree.
Yeah. Well, as a final thought, let's get us a
Yes.
ranking of the
Oh,
first part of season 2. We'll go with our normal out of 10. What are you gonna give it?
I'm torn between like a 7.5 and an 8. Like I feel like it's good. It's just very open-ended right now, and I
Yeah.
need to see if part 2 is gonna satisfy my interests or if it's just gonna be eh. But right now, like, it's okay. Like,
Yeah.
it's good. It's not mediocre. It's a B. It's a
I do have to say, I agree with you. I do have to say, and I just remembered this as you were talking,
mm,
when we were finishing the last episode of Wednesday, my husband and I sitting on the couch, when they wrapped it up with however they did it, I don't remember specifics. I remember both of us when the credits ran, just sitting at the TV going, "That was incredible." Like, as
mm,
a second season to something, as
yeah.
a Tim Burton something, and as an Addams Family something, on all 3 of those factors, I was like, "They're nailing this." I think the
That's
music is there, the story is there with plenty of plot holes, the acting and writing is there, and I was just like,
mhm,
"I think this is great." You know what you're getting when you go into Wednesday. They give you what you expect. I do agree, they have plenty of plot holes. There are a lot of things that do need to be closed up and explained for part 2. Happily, it's coming out sooner than later, but then we have season 3, which who knows how long that's gonna take, 'cause it was, like, 3 years between these seasons, but
please.
I know, we're here, and we're talking about the part 1, so for me, I think I will go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10.
Mhm,
I'm always gonna leave room for improvement for any series, I'm never gonna give it 10 out of 10. Um, I think an 8 out of 10 is it's a very solid season 2 to a season 1, I think,
mhm.
and it hasn't even finished yet.
Yeah, no, and, like, I agree because stylistically, like, and it's Tim Burton, so I know he's always gonna come up to par with, whatever he's gonna do. Like, even
Yeah,
if the movie's not great, like, he still succeeds at maintaining this world, like, he's very good at world building, and,
yeah.
yeah,
It
see,
becomes
now
a
I'm like
Tim Burton world.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with 8 probably, just because it is like, you're right, watching the end of what was it, episode 4, um, I think it the climax that they left us at, like, really kind of
It was great.
'cause it was int it piqued my interest. Like,
Definitely.
even though I wasn't ready to learn certain, like, facts or see certain characters die, um, it did set it up, and I think too, when you have a, "Ooh, is this character dead?" Scenario, I think that also, like, amps things up because I've been there where you have to wait, like, 2 years to find out if someone lived or not, like,
Right. Hello, Game of
thankfully,
Thrones.
it's only a month.
Right. Correct. But anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you, Stephanie, for being here. This was so much fun.
Thank
I am
you.
gonna wrap up with where can folks find you if they
Oh,
wanna
boy.
find you?
I'm on Instagram if you wanna follow me, my tagline for all my
Is
accounts is
amazing.
judging since day one, because my last name's Judge. I'm not judgmental, it's just in the name,
You
but
have to
that's where
be
you can
if
find
it's
me.
your
I'm
name.
on Instagram and just a little.
You have to be a little bit.
It's in my genetics, it's there.
And also Couch Soup and Red Bear.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, I'm a editor extraordinaire, so
Señor Editor.
Senior.
Editor especial. That is
And I'm
gonna
the Sims girl, so,
The
yeah,
Sims girl,
that's a
yes.
fun one. Yeah,
And
which,
I am
you know
also on Couch Soup. I'm the community manager. If you want to join or even join a free tier, you can, and you can join in on our AMAs. And if you wanted to pay a little bit, you could join in our Zooms and you can support some not local, independent creators. And it's a whole lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And that's going to close this mysteriously macabre episode of Watching Now. Keep it tuned to Couch Soup for more Wednesday updates as part 2 is right around the corner. Keep it nerdy and keep it weird, everybody.